Check 1, 2. Checking microphone 1 for OBCA All-Star Game. Checking microphone 1.
Checking mic 2. Checking mic 2. Check mic 2. Check mic 2.
Check 1, 2. Now let's stay on there so we can hear commercials. Can you hear those? Can't hear the commercials.
Can't hear them? Can't hear anything?
Nope.
Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably? Tri-County Tech is the place. Our award-winning school, powered by OK Career Tech, offers top-notch instructors and job placement support to help you flexible year-round schedule for working adults. You can
That's this. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 3 4. Test 3 4. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Thunder, and with over 30 years of service to our community, we are trusted by professionals and dedicated to expert care. With 5 convenient locations around the metro area, we are here for you. Trust the experts at OMA. Visit our website, www.omaok.com.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma.
Check 1 2. Check testing camera or mic 1.
Testing camera or testing mic 2. Testing mic 2. What's up, Tom?
Make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Martin's Machine Shop, a family-owned business since 1974, serves Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. They offer full machine shop, welding, and metal working capabilities for repair and fabrication. Their fluid power division repairs hydraulic cylinders, pumps, motors, and valves, and includes a full inventory of 6,000 PSI hose and fittings. Give them a call at 580-227-2734 or connect through their website, www.martinsmachineshop.com, to see how they can assist you today.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
She need to check on her phone. Is it working?
So the only thing is, the only thing, the camera that's live, it's audio. So when we change inputs, the audio and the Jim will kind of be coming from a different side.
That's fine. I think as long as you fade it, it won't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, it'll be the same audio, just from different perspectives.
Well, and the one thing is she probably only wants to go to that camera, like on a fast break or a free throw or a, yeah. So, okay, we've got 3 minutes, so we want to go ahead and, Todd, are you ready to bring it live?
Whenever you are.
I'm ready when you are. I'll go ahead and start with.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Bronze is Live from Hamilton Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma in Edmond. It is OBCA All-Star Saturday here on Squirtle. Hello again, everyone. I'm Todd Miller along with Adam Dieselhorst. Tom Nelson will be on the call with us a little bit later today as well. In our first game today, the first of a triple header here on Squirtle and the Sports Animal social media apps. It's the All-Stars from 4A, 5A, and 6A from the east and west sides of the state going at it. Adam Dieselhorst, this kind of kicks off a very busy summer for all of us here on the Squirtle Network. Give our viewers and listeners a little bit of an indication of what they can expect over the next 2 or 3 months.
Well, Todd, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Seems like it's been an eternity.
The only time we communicate's about weather.
That's true, which there's been a lot of conversation about that lately. Up my way, I actually spent the morning cutting tree limbs down at the farm.
Some damage up there?
Yeah, up at the farm we did. So first event of many. First and foremost, we have to thank, obviously, the OBCA for trusting us and obviously asking us to come and sponsor this particular event. So we've got OBCA basketball today. We'll be in Enid tomorrow at the lovely David Allen Memorial Ballpark. Hopefully we'll be able to get those games off. Like you said, we got some crazy weather in the forecast. We'll have baseball there. And then we can talk later about some of the other events, but we've got, Squirtle shootouts. We've got 7-on-7 events, the Cowboy Clash at OSU, the 7-on-7 event at Bixby. We have an 8-man all-state game, and then we have all the OCA events in July. So a lot of activity this summer.
One of the things I want to talk to you about, and it's on down the road, it's like in February, but the upcoming Squirtle shootout. It's grown now to 3 sites, and the story is very, very interesting because when you and John Hardaway kind of put your heads together and said we want to do this, it was really supposed to be a small thing that's grown into the largest of its kind, I think, in this region.
Yeah, it's the largest in Oklahoma, and John and I actually have asked around. Now, the Peach Jam, we found out, we thought ours was the biggest in the country. The Peach Jam is bigger than ours. But I don't think that's really fair because ours is not run by Adidas like Peach Jam is.
Yeah.
But we're going to have 56 teams. So that's this year at our event. And so we'll be at 3 different sites. Coach Hardaway, that's at Cashin, that also helps with the OBCA. He'll be here today, and I think he's going to hop on the mic for a little bit and talk about the Hall of Fame coaches. It came to me with an idea when the OSA allowed for us to add more games to the schedule. A lot of teams were looking for games, and what we did is we uniquely positioned that in a spot where it was right after rankings came out and right before playoffs started, and it gives those schools and teams that compete in an opportunity to play in a facility they're going to probably play in an area in Enid, so there's things to do. They can stay the night, and they can kind of get prepped for the playoffs.
One other thing I want to talk about, of course, it's legislation that has been passed and signed into law. It affects Squirtle. It affects all the other non-NFHS networks in the state of Oklahoma, and that's not throwing stones. It's just to say that things are going to be better and more opportunities now for schools of the member institutions.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, ultimately, people think just Squirtle right off the bat. But, you hit it on the dot, Todd. You've got institutions out there that have been here longer than us, like Paragon and CityLink, and the guys out at Right Radio that do a great job in Western Oklahoma, and then over on the eastern side of the state, they do a great job too as well. So essentially, that legislation is going to allow for equal opportunity for all schools that are student-led broadcasts to stream any event that they want to.
He's Adam Dieselhorst. I'm Todd Miller. We're courtside at Hamilton Fieldhouse on the Central Oklahoma campus in Edmond. Tip-off coming up momentarily for the first of our 3 games on All-Star Saturday, the OBCA All-Star Game here from UCO. We'll be back and have more right after this break here on Squirtle.
Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms' new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms' crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection, because nothing is better than Brahms.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Welcome back courtside on this All-Star Saturday afternoon to the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma. Ty Miller, Adam Dieselhorst, and our Squirtle crew. It is All-Star Saturday for a 5A, 6A All-Stars getting ready to go at it. I like what they've done. The participants wearing their homeschool uniforms. That means there's duplicate numbers, but after I stopped and thought about it, it's really not a duplicate number when they're in different jerseys.
Yeah, it's, I mean, a lot, you said, you and I have talked about this before. It's tough to call these summer games. Ultimately, people's schedules, trying to match up uniforms, and there's always roster changes last minute and such, but that's why we bring the pros in, like Todd Miller and Tom Nelson, to take care of us during these events. So, but I do like wearing the school uniforms.
I do too. By the way, speaking of Tom, what a godsend that he's here with us today. I mean, if you don't know, he's certainly battled his fair share of health ailments and continues his treatment process. But boy, he looks good, and I know he's excited to be back in the microphone.
Yeah, he looks like he's finally putting a little weight back on too. So I'm gonna have to order him some new gear though. We have to get him like large gear or something, because that's what I told him when we went and ate lunch the other day. But yeah, what a blessing. Obviously, we're thinking about your wife too, Todd. I know she's going through a lot, and so a lot of prayers for our Squirtle crew and everybody involved in Squirtle. But it seems like everybody's doing well, and God bless to everybody.
Thank you very much. Ethan Sage from 4A state champion Weatherford will oppose Logan Knoll from 6A heavyweight Edmond North in the circles. We get ready to tip this All-Star festivity off. The East All-Stars, 45A, 6A in the dark uniforms, the West wearing their home uniforms. Knoll and again Ethan Sage to jump sitter, and here we go. The first of a triple header today underway from Hamilton Fieldhouse. In the backcourt, Corbin Gunn is able to pick it up, finds the cutter, and that is Jaleel Cotton lays it in. He's from Tulsa Memorial.
Almost a dunk.
Yeah, almost. Head off out front.
Nice.
Alley-oop, and almost a dunk there. Knoll missed that one. A great feed from out high. Rebound goes to the East All-Stars. They have a 2-0 lead here early. Cotton, who has the first basket of the ball game, hands it off to Gunn out front. He is from Tulsa Union. Gunn, of course, is legendary head coach Rudy Garcia, retired after the state runner-up finish. Three put up out front, no good by Shane Threadgill. Rebound to the West All-Stars. Push it up ahead is Garrett Barnard, and his pass sails out of bounds. And looking at the rosters, I was confused why Garrett's brother Grant was on the East and Garrett from Westmore was on the West. Well, guess what? You're going to see here in a minute that they have switched. Grant is wearing the dark uniform despite being on the West All-Star squad. They finally got it right. There's been some defections and some additions, so that's one of the reasons that they flip-flop with the roster spot. Cotton steps into a three over Knoll, barely grazes the front of the rim, and the rebound bounces out of bounds. It will belong to the West. 2-0 East. We played 59 seconds here in the first period. I'll have the call of the first two. Tom Nelson on the call of the third game. That'll be the small school matchup. Cal Furtish headed for ORU. Puts up a deep three out front. Missed it. Rebound tipped. Sage has it. He'll leave it up ahead. Aiden Anderson's counterattacks. He's from Collinsville. It's double team of the wing. Cross courts it. Gunn gets his feet set. Let's fly a three. It's online but short. Rebound corralled by the West. Bounce pass knocked away. Saved in bounds that time by Garrett Barnard. Left wing side it goes for Carter Romanos out of El Rito. Now pulling the trigger is Barnard. Baseline left, and he gets a friendly roll off the iron, and the left-hander ties the game at 2.
Well, one thing I'm going to tell you, so far early in this game, good teamwork so far. Nice distribution. A lot of times you see a lot of one-on-one ball in these All-Star games.
Red Gill to Cotton, top of the circle. He still has the only field goal for the East All-Stars in this OBCA All-Star game from Edmond today. He'll drive, pulls up over Knoll, misses the jumper. Rebound one-handed down by Gudd. Dribbles out, sets Sage up for three. Ethan's shot, back rim's no good. Weak side, the rebound controlled by the West. Quickly to the front court. It's a stop and pop three. That one rolls off, no good. Corbin Gunn with a rebound, and back the other way we go. A lot of action, but not many points here early, Adam, in a 2-2 tie. There is a steal by Tristan Hankins. Hankins underhands a pass out front. Romano's fumbles it, gets it back, goes right to the paint, lays it in.
Yeah, just another in a long line of really great players that have come out of El Reno. That program has really put out some great players over the last handful of years.
They don't rebuild, they reload out there in Canadian County. 4-2 thanks to 4 straight by the West. Quick three put up, fall away, no good from Idabel Shane Threadgill right side. Furnish with a rebound. Into the front court left side. Cal whips it right side. Now Hankins drives to the goal. Finger roll layup is good. Tristan Hankins has his first bucket. 3 different West players have scored. They're on a 6-0 run. DeMontre Stevenson with into the front court. That's actually Jaleel Cotton, guarded by Logan Knoll. Man-to-man defense. It's soft, as you would expect in an all-star game. Threadgill bounces it out right wing side. Former Union All-Stater Corbin Gunn goes to work. Backs down. Cut off at the foul line. Now spins. Goes from right to left. Nice finger roll up and around and down.
Crafty ball handling, too. Little scoop.
First point since the opening minute of play for the East. That reduces the West advantage to 6-4.
Look by
Great
Furnish.
look by Furnish as he finds Logan Knoll for the soft lay-in.
Well,
Knoll with his first, and it's back to a 4-point game.
Well, and that's the thing about Cal Furnish. Not only is he just a lights-out shooter, but he's a great ball handler and distributor, and I think that's what's going to be a key for him to get playing time at the next level.
Ethan Sage, left wing. Jaleel Cotton knocks down the three. The first triple for either side. Cotton has 5, and it's 8-7 the West lead, down to 1. It was once 4 on 2 different occasions. Furnish whips it over the left side. Deep three on the way by Hankins, and he gets it right back. He has 5, and it's 11-7.
Well, both teams finally getting their feet under them and hit some shots now.
Cotton with a yo-yo dribble, left wing side against Knoll, backs down. Logan cuts him out. Now they funnel it out high for Corbin Gudd. In about 50 seconds, we'll have wholesale substitutions. Gudd a yo-yo dribble, penetrates the zone. Barnard nearly knocked it away. East retains possession. Cotton throws one up and draws contact from Carter Romanos, the former El Reno Indian, and that's going to be his first. He and Cal Furnish both wearing number 1 to this one. 11-7 the West on top of the East with 5:42 to play here in the opening period.
Good crowd here so far today.
Really good crowd.
Really impressive.
First foul shot, no good by Jaleel Cotton. He is tied for team-high scoring honors with Moore's Tristan Hankins, each with 5, but he misses the first of 3 free throws. Second one is up. That one is no good. So they said it was a 2 and not a 3. Misses both. Lead remains 4. Furnish into the front court right side. Screen left. Barnard. Catch, fire, 3. No good. Knoll was on the back of Sage. Ethan, the former Weatherford Eagle, brings it into the front court. He's headed for Pitt State next year. He'll attack to the right block, try to kick it out. Ball deflected. Cotton has it. Bullies his way into the paint. Throws it up and 1 as he draws the foul on Logan Knoll.
The Cotton has looked very good on the offensive end so far.
Jaleel Cotton from the 5A heavyweight factory, Tulsa Memorial. Free throw is up after missing his first 2. He hits that, and all of a sudden, he now has 8 points, 8 of the 10, and it's a 1-point West lead.
Todd, what a great job. Speaking of Tulsa Memorial, what Tulsa Public Schools does run in the Tournament of Champions, we've had opportunity to cover that over the last handful of years, and man, that is a great event. A lot of people don't know that's run by Tulsa Public Schools.
Romanos misses a deep 3. Rebound pulled down by Collinsville's Aiden Anderson, and then he throws it away. Taken back by Romanos, and he throws it right to Sage. Up ahead to Cotton. Watch this. And he finger rolls it home. Looked like he was going to dunk it in the last instant, decided for the lay-in, and he now has all but 1 of the 12 points for the East to have overcome an early deficit, lead by a point.
Yeah, a little hockey line change now, like you had talked about, so got a bunch of substitutions.
You know, you were talking about Cal Furnish. He is one of my favorite high school players in the state. I mean, he's just a terrific kid. He's a gym rat, and I was talking to him briefly before the ball game. He's excited with the new coaching change at ORU and what that might mean for his future. Sometimes that doesn't always work out that way. Drive into the paint, pull it up. Antonio Brown from Newcastle, and he knocks down the jumper.
Well, Cal's one of those kids that can play at every level. He can shoot the ball from outside. He's got a good mid-range game. He's great at handling the ball, and he's a great passer. And I think he's done a great job in the weight room getting stronger, too, and he can really guard, too.
Shockley misses. Rebound to Grant Barnard. Again, he's playing for the West despite wearing the road jerseys. He dives through the paint and misses the bump, but he's fouled. And the whistle will go against Braden George from Stillwell High School. George averaged 12.7 points a ball game. Well, we have a moment. Our coaches, Todd Anderson of Collinsville, Todd Dickerson from Fort Gibson, directed the East squad today. Corbin Byford, the newly minted head coach at Edmond North, and Sean Schink from Crossings Community College is the head coaches for the West.
Crossings Community College?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like they've built over there. They're so good at hoops.
Barnard hits the first, misses the first, hits the second. I did say it, didn't I? Crossings Community School, Christian school. How about that? Fall away jumper, air ball, right baseline. West has it. Up ahead. They'll kick it baseline left. Brown air balls a jumper. Rebound pulled back out off the dribble by Antonio Green. They'll work it down low, missed it. Antonio Brown with a rebound. Beats it back out high. Tristan Hankins knocks down another three. He has 8, and it's 17-12 West.
Well, Hankins can really score. I've noticed him this year a lot, followed some of the larger school stuff, and, man, he could put up some points.
Devontae Stevenson could put up points as well. He averaged 15 a game at Ardmore, and he gets in for the lay-in. Lead back down to 3 at 17-14. Cam Parker from Crossings hands it off. Hankins kicks it right corner. Brown triggers another 3, missed it. High for the rebound. It's Stevenson. Devontae pushes from right to left into the front court to Dayton Patton from Shawnee. He was a late addition to this morning's roster. He'll trigger a 3 at front rim, no good. Parker tips the rebound. Shockley has it. They bear him to shoot the 3, and he says, okay, I'll make you pay, as he swishes it home. And the game is tied at 17. Crossings Christian School, not community college. Who knows, the way they're growing, they may put in a college out there, too.
Well, and as good as they are, too. Sean has done a fantastic job. His program and the kids, they compete, they play hard, they play the right way. Man, what a fantastic state championship game that was with them in Weatherford this year.
Down the paint, finger rolling it up, and it is Stevenson. So it's 19-17. Those were two programs that deserve gold balls in past years, couldn't get past Douglas. And speaking of getting past defenders, there's Grant Barnard for the lay-in. He has 3. 19 apiece with 2:20 to play in the opening period. Braden George, follow-away jumper right on the paint, is home with the left hand. He is from Stillwell, and he gets his first bucket.
That tough shot there. That reminded me of a former Stillwell athlete, Chase Littlejohn, back in the day. The head coach at Preston. He could really play.
Driving baseline is Brown. He spins, goes up, and ducks under the defender for the lay-in. Antonio with 4. The game is tied at 21. Both teams, Adam, now seem like they're settling into a little bit more of a rhythm.
Yeah, early on we saw a lot of missed shots, a lot of turnovers. And, as much as these kids play, most of these kids aren't playing any summer ball. So a lot of them actually finally have, for the first time, probably gotten a little bit of a break. And so they were a little sloppy early.
Kick out, left corner 3 is home by Antonio Brown. His first make from long distance. That's 5 straight with the West, and they grab back a 3-point lead. 1:35 to play here in the opening period from Edmond and UCO. OBCA All-Star Saturday. Follow-away jumper right wing by Stevenson. Too strong. Rebound to Barnard. Grant into the front court up the left side. Veers back towards the middle of the floor with a minute 19 to play in the opening period. They'll hand it off out front. Tristan Hawkins for 3. As Callens was late to get over there, he missed it long, and it carries him out of bounds. Giving these guys a breath of daylight, and they're taking a shot.
Yeah, I think they've actually been early on. We've seen them be fairly unselfish. A lot of great ball movement. I think later in the game, as you go, you kind of see more of that. So
driving into the paint, Shockley from Broken Arrow bounces it to Patton, right quarter. Head of the circle, Stevenson. Left side, Callens tries to spin, hit it, knocked away. Hankins forced the turnover. Brown comes up with it and gives it right back. Stevenson hustling, has the interception. He'll take it 3-on-2, bounces it across the floor. Patton, right wing side. George for 3, misses short. Rebound, Hankins. Outlet up ahead. Grant Barnard to the paint. Layup good. It looked like transition defense sometimes in the NBA. Not existing. 5 for Grant off the bench, 26-21. Into the paint, George kicks it to Stevenson, left corner. He'll let fly a 3. That one was on line, but short. Barnard tips the rebound up off the glass. West has it. Grant into the front court left side. Yo-yo dribbles, tries to get to the paint, lost the handle out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. I can tell you, calling an all-star game is a lot easier when they're wearing their own jerseys.
It is. I would agree.
A lot easier.
Because you can recognize the actual school color. And
half-court pass. Shockley up and under, missed the bump. Rebound to the West. 5 seconds to play in the period. Good dish that time. Brown cutting to the goal. Layup good. That'll do on the period. And what an end of the first 12 minutes it was for the West All-Stars as they lead 28-21. We're back to Edmond at All-Star Saturday right after these messages on Squirtle.tv.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst, the Squirtle crew back here with you. 28-21, a pretty good finish to that first period, Adam, for the West, breaking open a tight game. Their lead of 7 heading to the second, their biggest.
Yeah, great sharing the ball, great ball movement. I mean, it was a nice little play there late in the game for, not late in the game, but late in the quarter for them to see the guy on the outlet and making the right pass and hitting a layup. But yeah, you're right. So far, this game has not gone like most All-Star games go. Both sides have done a really good job.
Cotton has 10 to lead the East. 8 points from Hankins and 9 points from Antonio Brown lead the West. Possession to the West and we're underway here in the second period from Hamilton Fieldhouse. Bounce pass, Carter Romano, starters back out there, at least the first 5 unit. We'll know that there's really such a thing as starters and reserves in an all-star game. Noel gets a skip pass against the zone, attacks, lobs at Romanos. Leaps up high, pulls the ball away from the defender. Now spins off the dribble, pulls up for the foul line, missed the jumper. Rebound to the East. Threadgill into the paint, goes up, and we get a travel, I believe.
Yes.
9:15 to go here in the first half. Newest inductees of the OBCA Hall of Fame class being honored at a luncheon today here on the UCO campus as well. Garrett Barnard with a basketball. He has 2. His brother Grant, who originally was on the East roster playing for the West, has 5 in the first period. They're both out there with the floor. Grant to a cutting Knoll for the way in. Logan has both baskets right at the rim.
Little two-man game over a kind of isolation.
Gunn for 3. Bang as he knocks it down right circle. Corbin Gunn with his first basket from 3. That's the third made 3 for the East All-Stars. Each team has made 3 triples.
He's chipping away back at it. Got it down to 6 now.
30-24. Look at Barnard driving baseline, but he was challenged by Sage. Missed everything. Ethan with a rebound to midcourt. Kicks it to Gunn. He'll put up another 3. Can he stay hot? No, he missed that. Rebound tip. Anderson to Sage. Out high for 3. Jumper no good by Cotton. And good hustle that time by Aiden Anderson. He saves it in bounds. Gunn to Cotton into the paint to Sage. Ethan right circle. 3 on the way by Threadgill is short. And the rebound to Barnard. Garrett stops, pops for the right circle. Jumper no good. Noel had his hand on the rebound, lost it. Now able to pick it back up. Gets it to Furnish. Cal into the paint, and he turned and he threw it right to Gunn. And Gunn will take it, tries to spike it to the other end. He missed it. Ethan Sage, though, with a rebound, lays it back up and in.
So I do have a question, Todd. And I know it's an all-star game and you got to split rosters evenly, but Weatherford I would not classify as East.
I thought that
maybe
too.
East of Elk City?
Yes.
But
Furnish, Romanos for 3. On line short. Rebound fought for. Cal dribbles out from underneath. Just like Westmore was both on the East and West rosters initially.
Well, a lot of times, like you said, you're kind of handcuffed by participation and how many players, and sometimes parts of the state are a little overloaded compared to others. So
Cal Furnish knocks the eyes out of a three, his first basket. The lead is 7, 33-26. Initially I think some people were geographically challenged, but that's okay. Threadgill behind the back, dribbles through two defenders, throws up a floater and knocks it down. Shane Threadgill, who averaged mid-teens at Idabel. They've had a good boys program for several years in southeastern Oklahoma with his first basket.
Yeah, Threadgill, good ball handler, nice, big, strong with the ball getting in there. She's pretty tough to guard inside the lane.
Romanos with it, slot left, out high for Barnard. Garrett moves right, back left around an old screen. 6:40 to play here in the first half. Down the paint, Barnard spins to his right, misses long, and a foul line jumper. Cotton the rebound, lobs it up ahead to Gunn. Gunn with it all the way to the goal. He throws it up, and I think he thought that time that Barnard was on his team as he hit it hard off the backboard like an alley-oop.
I think
At
he
the
did
other
too.
end, a run-up, and Logan Knoll lays it in.
Yeah, I think he did too. I mean, he just saw the color out of the back of his eye, out of the side of his eye. And
35-28, just over 6 minutes to play here in the first half. 2A versus 3A boys to follow, and then it's A versus B in the finale. Cotton spins to his right, follow-away jumper over Knoll, no good. Garrett Barnard with a rebound. He angles into the front court right side. Beers left, cut off of the foul line. Funnels it to Romanos through the paint, scoop shot in and out. Jalil Cotton from Tulsa Memorial, the rebound. Up ahead, left side. Gunn will pull a trigger on a three, back rims it. Furnish sneaks it around Cotton, and Cal has the rebound. He counterattacks, now veers into the paint. Cal feeds it to Knoll, had it stripped on the way up. And the steal by Threadgill, who comes out of there with it. Up ahead to Anderson for the lay-in.
Great pass, man.
Baseline to baseline action. The East hanging around. The lead back down to 5 for the West. With 5:17 to play here in the first half from Hamilton Fieldhouse. Right wing side, Carter Romanos. Romanos drop steps, goes up, draws the foul. Haven't been many whistles here early, and that's good for an all-star game. And that's the first on Shane Threadgill. The West so far, 1 of 2 for the foul line. The East is 1 of 3. All 3 of those coming from Jalil Cotton. Romanos looking for his third point. Eyes it, flies it, and swishes it home. He was named to the Oklahomans' third-team Super 5 squad after averaging over 17 a game for the El Reno Ball Club. Second free throw is up and good, so Carter now has 4. And the lead back to a touchdown at 37-30. Can you believe we'll be saying that before long?
Oh, I know. It's here. It'll be here before you know it.
5:05 to play here in the first half. Ernest with it. It's Ethan Sage with it left wing. To Threadgill. He goes up, shot blocked by Romanos. He tips it to Furnish. Up ahead to Carter. And he spikes it home left-handed. And we'll get the under 5 stoppage of play for substitutes. With 4:57 to play officially in the first half, of the West out to a 9-point lead in this OBCA All-Star game, 39-30.
So, the Romanos family, I have a little history with the Romanos family, but
you have anything to do with the state park?
No, Watonga.
Right.
I played against a Romanos there. My
There
older
were some
brothers
good
did
ones
too. Oh
in
my
Watonga.
gosh, there sure were. So I'm trying to remember who Carter's dad is, but as old as I am now, his dad could be one of them that I actually played against at Watonga, and they were great athletes there.
Well, they had a run, didn't they?
Yes,
in
sir.
the 90s and 2000s. Shockley's three-pointer in and out, and then the West is going to throw it away at the other end, leading 39-30 with 4.5 minutes to play here with the first
Well, you would have
half.
called some of those games when you were
I
helping
did.
Alva, so Perry Romanos, if you remember that name.
That's exact, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember. There's a couple other ones too. So
There were Romanoses, and there were, what was the other?
Hartfields.
Hartfields, yes.
Yes.
Dayton Patton into the front court. Kick out pass. Callan 0-0 equals 3 as Bryce knocks the eyes out of that one. And it's down to 6 with 4:12 to play here in the first half. Antonio Green with it right side. Drives, cut off. Follow-away jumper over Patton. Side rims, no. Shockley has the miss, and the big guy from Broken Arrow into the front court. It's poked away from behind, though, by Tristan Hankins. Ball free on the floor, picked up that time by Green. To Hankins, sliding to the goal for the layup. Tristan Hankins with 10 points, and it's 41-33 for the West. Callan's another 3. Can he make it 2 in a row? No, he doesn't. Back rims it. Rebound to Antonio Green from John Marshall. He pulls up, and Shockley blocks the free throw line jumper. Green
Nice look.
gets it to Brown. Antonio for the bucket. 43-33, biggest lead of the afternoon. Under 3.5 to play here in the first half. Callens with it from McLeod. Able to get Brown up in the air. Now he needs some help. Everybody covered up. He bounces it back door. Very good look. Patton runs it down. Ball knocked away from Patton and stolen right back by Hankins. Up ahead for Brown, the Newcastle racer, with a lob, and the pass a little offline, and Hankins couldn't flush it down.
Threw it just a little bit wide, but
Braden George makes that a 5-point swing as he nails a 3 right wing. 43-37 with under 3 minutes now to play here in the first half from UCO. Game 1 of our triple header. Down the paint goes Furtish. Pull up 8-footer is good. Cal Furtish is 2 for his last 2, has 5 in the lead to 9.
Well, don't forget, we're going to have to pick a Squirtle player of the game.
We'll give it to all of them for being here. Stevenson to the paint. Hoist went up. High arcing jumper. Front rims. Kisses the glass and drops down.
I don't have enough shirts for every one of them.
Well, we can order some. Stevenson with 6. He played at Ardmore High School. 45-38, 2:24 to play here in the first half. Furnish on the UCO logo out high. Works to the wing, gets a screen from his high school partner, Cam Parker, on the screen and roll. Now he bounces down low, muscling up Brown, and Antonio gets the bucket, and he'll get and 1. And Antonio Brown now has 13 points to lead all scorers of the ball game.
He might be a early candidate for the player of the game.
Make it 13 as he misses the free throw. Newcastle had a solid season this year as well. Into the front court, Callens for the basketball. Defender peels away, puts it up, and then sticks it between the backboard and the rim. They'll go to the alternating possession arrow, and despite the miss, the East keeps it. It would have been West possession because the East did not have anybody down to rebound. This might be the best crowd we've had in all the years that we've been covering this game.
It's really good.
George to inbound, cross courts it to Shockley. He attacks and slams it home. Logan with his first bucket, 47-40.
Boy, he got up high.
He did.
Man.
He's a good-looking athlete.
Yes, he is.
1:45 to play here in the first half. Furnish goes to the goal, kicks it back out front. Antonio Brown, a deep 3, front rims it. Shockley one hands down the miss. East with possession, down by 7. 95 seconds to play here in the first half. Dayton Patton, screen right, gets it to Callens, to Shockley on the baseline, back to Bryce. Callens 3, good, nothing but net. And see why he's here. That guy can, if he gets hot, really stroke it.
Got a good shot, too. Good rhythm.
Hankins for 3, left wing, no. Rebound poked in the air by Stevenson. The East has it with 72 seconds to play in the half. DeMontre Stevenson attacks the goal underneath, and a foul as the bucket goes. It'll be on Cal Furnish.
Good strong move to the bucket there.
That was the perfect word, strong and physical. He just out-muscled Furnish that time. But DeMontre was a really good football player, too. You want to bet? He looks like an athlete.
I'm going to say you're correct.
Free throw's good, and all of a sudden the former Ardmore Tiger has 9 points. 1 minute to play here with the first half from Hamilton Fieldhouse. Parker, the former Crossings Christian Knight, misses wide left on a 3. Might be the only time that Sean Schenk just sits on the bench when Parker misses that bat. Into the paint, George comes to a jump stop, whips it left corner. Shockley for 3, got it. It's his second 3. He has 8. And just like that, a 10-point lead is nearly exhausted. It's 47-45 West.
We got a game, Todd.
Furnish spins off of the baseline, cut off by George. Callen, no look behind the back pass. Gets it to Parker, his teammate. In crossings for the left-handed layup.
Those two look like they've done that before a few times, right?
He is a magician, is Cal Furnish with the basketball. 49-48, 22 seconds to play first half. So a short-lived East advantage now turns into a 1-point deficit. Down the paint, Patton, he loses the handle. It was stripped. Brown has it to Furnish. Back to Antonio. Up and under for the layup.
Nice move. Antonio Brown can really score, can he, Todd?
15, yeah. He really can. 2 seconds, 1 second. George, can he get the shot off? He does. It's good if it goes, but it misses wide right. We played 24 of the 48 minutes in game 1 from Edmond. 51-48, the West leading the East. We'll take a break from Edmond and have more on Squirtle.tv.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access. Whether you're at home or on the go, Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkunpregnant.org. That's thinkunpregnant.org. Anger.
Welcome back here to Hamilton Fieldhouse, OBCA All-Star Saturday afternoon, west of the 4A, 5A, 6A boys game, leading 51-48. A moment ago, the newly minted Hall of Famers in the class of 2025 for the OBCA Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame was introduced to the crowd. They are Claude Cody, Steve Cooper, Steve Hudson, Jim Matthews, and Nathaniel Quinn. So congratulations to those 5 players that, again, this afternoon officially were inducted into the OBCA Hall of Fame.
Well, a lot of people, for the viewers that are out there that aren't familiar with this game, that's a big piece to what the OBCA does a great job. They have a Hall of Fame banquet that happens before this event. They do a great job. Bring those coaches in, honor them, celebrate them with their families, have a lunch. And kudos to the OBCA for doing that, and congratulations to this great list of Hall of Fame coaches.
I'll tell you what, I can't say enough good things about the game today. It's had good flow, not a lot of whistles. The officials have done a good job, and it has been run extremely well. That's a tip of the hat, certainly, to UCO officials and certainly the OBCA.
Well, they just announced Derek Bull as one of the coaches of the year. We're going to have him on in the second half. He's going to join the broadcast. He's going to take my place so we can try to raise the level up of our broadcast.
He is a player of this ball game. Ethan Sage has just 2 points. Of course, Ethan is headed to Pitt State. Originally, I think he might have committed to Southwestern, but it's going to Pitt State. His brother, Tate, of course, committed to Drake, and now is at the University of Iowa with head coach Ben McCullough. Let's take a look at the score of the first half. Patton played but did not score. Cowens has 6. Threadgill has 2. Gunn has 5. 10 from Cotton, 9 from Stevenson, 2 each. Aiden Anderson and Ethan Sage, 5 from George, 8 from Logan Shockley. First half scoring for the West, 5 from Ferdy, 6 from Romanos, 2 from Garrett Barnard, 10 points from Tristan Hankins, 2 from Cam Parker, 6 points Logan Knoll, 5 points Grant Barnard, and 15 from Antonio Brown. Free throw shooting, this is indicative of the fact there were not a lot of fouls called in the first half. The West is 3 of 5. The East is 2 of 4. Halfway home in game 1 of a triple-header with this All-Star Saturday afternoon. West leading the East 51-48 in a game that is comprised of players from the 4A, 5A, and 6A rosters. We'll be back with the start of the second half. After this final break, it's All-Star Saturday. Brought to you by the OBCA on Squirtle.tv.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
At Whispering Creek, we believe home is more than just a place. It's a feeling of warmth, comfort, and belonging. Our 55-plus community is designed to foster a sense of camaraderie and well-being, ensuring you love where you live. Nestled in the heart of Oklahoma City, Whispering Creek offers a unique blend of convenience and serenity with beautifully designed homes, lush landscapes we offer, an array of amenities tailored to enhance your lifestyle. Whether you're enjoying a leisurely stroll along our walking trails, socializing with neighbors in our clubhouse, or taking a dip in the pool, or exploring the nearby city attractions, you'll find countless reasons to fall in love with Whispering Creek. Embrace a life where every day feels like a retreat and every moment is an opportunity to cherish the joy of living at Whispering Creek. Call us at 405-506-7416 to learn more. At Whispering
Welcome back here courtside to the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma's Hamilton Fieldhouse. Half a game in. We've got 2.5 more to go with this All-Star Saturday. I'm Todd Miller. Appreciate Adam Dieselhorst sitting in with us. And now the head coach of 4A state champion Weatherford, Derek Bull, joins us. Coach, first of all, congratulations. 4A Coach of the Year. Means you did a lot of things right and had some pretty good players, too.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it.
How fun was this year? And there had to be a lot of pressure because you guys really thought maybe in the past you should have had another state title or two, and you knew with this group this was your last chance.
Yeah, no, I'd be lying if I said we didn't have a lot of pressure, have a target on our back, knowing that, all our main nucleus were seniors, but at the same time, I'd comfort in knowing how good those guys were and how hungry they were, to get back to the state tournament and, win it in their last year after coming so close to 2 before. So, very fun ride. It's crazy that it's already over. It went fast, but in a way, it didn't though. But I wouldn't have traded the experience for the world, and just happy to have coached those guys and look forward to following them in their future journey.
Derek, a lot of people don't understand when teams are as good and dominant as you have been in years past, and this year in winning the 4A state title, you don't just roll the ball out there with the floor. I mean, there are hours and hours and months and years of hard work in the dark where nobody sees before the lights come on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And when you get to that stage, especially with as good as 4A is, everybody is really, really good, really talented. Everybody's got, college level players on their rosters, so it kind of comes down to, who executes better in the moment. And, fortunately we were able to do that. And, with that group of guys, they played together for a long time. I mean, most of them went to elementary school together, and, we had really, really good chemistry. And that was always one of the advantages that I think we had over some teams.
One of the things you guys did is challenge yourself a lot during the regular season. I mean, you play a lot of larger schools. Your schedule was very, very tough.
Yeah, we really toughened our schedule up this year. We still had to play our conference, and that's just part of what you got to do. But we went to the TOC, went out to Texas and played some really good teams in Texas. And then in the summertime, we went to some really big team camps and events, and some really tough scrimmages preseason. So we did what we had to do to, prepare ourselves and see the best to, hopefully give ourselves a chance.
Derek Bull, head coach of 4A state champion Weatherford, joined us here on Squirtle.tv. And a 3-point play by Logan Knoll opens the scoring here in the third period, thanks to Logan Shockley's first foul. 54-48. We've played just over a minute here of the third period. I have the call of the next game. Tom Nelson is in the house. Looking forward to hearing him back on the microphone tonight for the third and final game, Class A versus Class B. Aiden Anderson from Collinsville, left side Threadgill as three spins off. Down for the rebound, Garrett Barnard. Barnard will gallop into the front court right in front of us. Now he pulls up, shoots over Shockley. The shot was an air ball, and weak side with the rebound is Tulsa Union's Corbin Gunn. Gunn up ahead of Shockley, lost the handle, saved it bounds that time by Cotton, but he threw it right to a West All-Star player, and then Antonio Brown is going to be fouled. Second foul of the period against the East. Side in coming for the West. Tell us a little bit about Ethan Sage. I know a lot of people know about him, but I misspoke, Derek. I said he had committed to Southwestern. It was actually between Southwestern and Pitt State, and that's where he's going. But sometimes, is it fair to say he gets overshadowed a little bit by his brother?
Yeah, a little bit, especially, this the last year or two, when Tate kind of started getting some of the Division I offers, and Ethan's recruitment wasn't quite what his was. But, anybody that is familiar with our team and seen us play through the years know how good a player Ethan is. He was our conference defensive player of the year unanimously, and, 1,000-point score, a lot of, accolades for him as well. And I think he's going to do I think Pitt State is a really good fit for him, and I look forward to seeing what he does there.
Off a couple of misses. It's a run out, and Romanos with an easy two-handed flush at the other end, 56-48. How unique is C.J. Nixon? I mean, everybody thinks they know about him, but he dominates both in football and basketball.
Yeah, he's obviously, I've only been doing this for 9 or 10 years, but, in my entire life, I haven't been around an athlete as special as he is, just a true gamer, a guy that, you can, he's super talented in basketball. And, there were days where, he might go through a practice and he can't hit a jump shot and he doesn't look very good. And then when the lights come on, next thing you know, he's hitting, step back mid-range and, hitting threes and just looking like, he's been in the gym for his whole life, which he has. But, he is obviously special on the football field, and it wouldn't surprise me to see him have a great career at OU and probably playing on Sundays here in a few years. So.
Shockley, who on the previous possession had the basket for the East, turns it over. And going to the basket, Grant Barnard for the lay-in. Correction, that's Knoll off Barnard's pass, and it's 58-50. You are young. It means you got a lot more years of this profession, but you were able to accomplish a lot in 3 or 4 years, Derek, that a lot of veterans don't get to enjoy, especially a group like that.
Right. No, I don't take any of it for granted. I know how lucky I am. I, got to see my dad coach for a long, long time and not even ever make the state tournament as a coach. And I know a lot of other coaches, in that boat as well, much less win one. So, I know how rare this is and how hard it is to do, and just thankful to have gotten to coach as many good players I've gotten to coach the last few years.
Garrett Barnard misses short on a three-pointer out front. The East has the basketball. Gun to the paint, and it knocked away, gets it back. Romanos blocks the shot. Now they kick it out to Stevenson. He knifes into the paint, comes up short on the left-handed layup. That's actually Cotton. Now it's a run out, 2-on-1. Knoll saves it back in bounds, but to Brown, who was out of bounds. So what's Weatherford basketball look like next year?
We're somewhat inexperienced varsity-wise, but we're not young. We'll have our core group will be juniors and seniors. We return one starter, and he'll be a 4-year starter, Jackson Smith, and a bunch of guys that practiced a lot every day against those really good players. So, they've seen the best, and, hopefully they take advantage of their opportunity.
Left side is Romanos for three, misses that. Shockley with a rebound. Up ahead, Corbin Gunn. Euro steps around Brown for the lay-in. I'll tell you a guy that I thought was not overlooked by Weatherford, you guys, the fans, but I thought Walker Kennedy was an absolute star on that ball club among stars.
Yeah, no, he was the addition of him, this year was huge for us. True point guard that could get us in our stuff, and really solid defensively, really good shooter. I've told people we don't have a gold ball in our trophy case, not for Walker Kennedy, as well as the others. But he was kind of the missing piece that we needed this year, and great teammate. He sacrificed a lot of himself coming here, taking a little smaller role than what he had at Piedmont. But great kid, and he'll be playing at SWASU next year. So looking forward to following him as well.
Callens misses short on a three-point attempt. Cal Furnish with a rebound. You know all about Cal. You set it up close look at the crossings of the state championship game, as well as that guy Parker, who banks home a runner.
Yeah, Cal is special. We've battled with him a few times through the years. Sophomore year, we beat him in the state semifinals. The next year, they beat us in the TOC, and fortunately to get it done this year. But man, he's dangerous when the ball's. You just kind of hold your breath as the opposing coach when the ball's in his hands.
Stevenson drives to the bucket, gets the lay in, and then Green at the other end for the bucket. 64-56 with 4 minutes to play here in the third period. There's your guy, Ethan Sage.
Yeah, he almost didn't catch a ball there. Almost caught it with his face.
Romanos off the turnover, up ahead to Green. Misses the layup. Tip, though, was home by Tristan Hankins. That's his fifth basket. The lead back to 10, 66-56. Equals the biggest advantage of the afternoon for the West. Dayton Patton hands it off left wing side. Bounce past George out front. You lose a lot, but those kids have practiced against those veterans for the last 4 years, and that's only going to help you next year.
Right, yeah. No, they have, and, they got to where, this year, obviously the starters get the best of them, but whenever we go ones versus twos in practice, they got to where they could compete some and do some things that hurt the starters. And so we've kind of got going already with summer basketball, and they've looked strong so far, and just looking forward to seeing what they can do. I know they'll be hungry and ready for their turn to get out there and play.
One last question. You don't care who you had to beat, but would you have liked to have beaten or had another shot at Douglas in the finals?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, it was kind of set up to be the trilogy, 3 years in a row, and I'd be lying if I, thought that it wouldn't be Douglas in the finals. But Crossing a really good team, and after they played so well against Douglas in the semis, we were worried about Crossings. They're totally different teams, but yeah, as the way those games went the years before, you'd like to have another shot to kind of get your ultimate revenge. But at the end of the day, you got to play who's in front of you, and getting that trophy and obtaining that goal is all that ended up mattering.
What a lob. Hankins to Romanos for the slam at the other end, and it's a 12-point lead with 2.5 minutes to play. Third period, Patton, another three, misses that one. It hits the top of the backboard and goes out of play. One last question for you about Weatherford Douglas. I thought the atmosphere in the 4A state championship game 2 years ago was as good as it's been in the state of Oklahoma at any level for a long, long time.
No, I agree. I think, that year in particular, I would say it was, but, even this year against Crossings and then 2 years against Douglas, that 4A game, is always, had a lot of people in there, and, especially with the kind of fan bases that we have, our fans are great and get behind us. And, Douglas has so much tradition, and those people show up whenever they're playing in that. So, it was incredible just being there and getting to experience that because not, like you said earlier, not many people get to do that.
Stevenson hits a layup, but Hankins gets the 2+1 back at the other end. 1:36 to play here in the third. Stevenson drives, and it's stripped out of his hands by Hankins. Coach, appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations on that state championship.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Derek Bull, head coach of the Weatherford Eagles, joining our broadcast here courtside at Hamilton Fieldhouse. 1:36 to go here in the third period. Inbounds pass to Callens, former McLeod standout. He has 8 in this all-star game, and the ball knocked out of his hands by Carter Roman. 13-point lead. George curls left side. Graduate from Stillwell. He'll drive to the goal, scoops it up at a foul. Let's see if that goes against Cal Furnish. It's going to be 2 free throws, and it is on Cal. That is his second. Great crowd here on hand. The lower bowl. I've been thinking about Derek Bowl. Lower bowl is, I'd say, 3/4 the way full. It's a really good turnout today.
We've never had this many people behind us also. It's normally we don't have to worry about taping our cable that we run up there to our camera. I'm a little worried about it getting unplugged, Todd. So
first free throw. Rattles hit it out by Braden George. He'll get one more. There's some that probably would just as soon it be unplugged. Second one is short.
Well, that's the audio part.
Yeah,
when I join.
No. Second free throw missed. Roman knows with a rebound. Furnish tried to bounce it down low, knocked out of bounds by Bryce Callens. I've been impressed with Bryce Callens from McLeod.
I have too. He looks under control. He's got a good shot. Uses his body well too. Good player.
73-60. Furnish gets a bounce pass left baseline. Work it against Callens. Now spins right, jumper good from about 5 feet. Cal Furnish, tell you what, he is so unselfish and has such a high IQ. He just takes good shots. He has 7.
Well, I also didn't realize that his uncle was Michael Shelley, that's who I went over there to shake hands with. Michael Shelley was a great high school player, played at Oklahoma Christian. So it's good to see him. Hadn't seen him forever. A lot of times when you come to these events, you end up, when you get old like me, you start seeing a lot of people around that you know.
Hankins blocks a shot, leads to a run out for the West. Sage airballs a 3 right wing side. Hankins with a rebound. 36 seconds to play. It's a 17-point lead for the West. They led by just 3 at halftime. Romanos has had a big third period. Triggers a 3, missed it, and it goes out of bounds. So the East will get it back. Ethan Sage veers into the front court. He is headed for Pitt State. As we were talking with Derek Bull about, it came down to Southwestern and Pitt State.
Okay.
And he's going to the Gorillas. Spin move left. Stevenson ducks under, goes up, hit the bottom of the backboard or the rim. Rebound to Furnish with his head on a swivel, brings it across midcourt. Deep 3 from the top of the circle. No good. Parker there for the cleanup, and he lays it in, and that will do it. 19-point West lead. We head to the final 12 minutes of Game 1 from Edmond. It's OBCA All-Star Saturday on Squirtle.tv.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Welcome back here to Hamilton Fieldhouse. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst, the entire Squirtle crew. And we've got an all-star cast for you. 79-60, the West over the East, who has possession to start the fourth period. Aiden Anderson Skips it across the floor, driving right, down the paint. Threadgill to the rim for the bucket. Shane Threadgill from Idabel with his second basket, 79-62. Already 28 seconds gone here in the fourth period. Antonio Green at the point, blows around Anderson and finger rolls it home. Antonio Green with his second basket, 81-62. Right quarter, Gunn. Cross court to, now it's Shockley, top of the circle. He's hit a couple of threes, but misses that one. Rebound to Antonio Brown, the former racer from Newcastle.
I did not realize that Romanos is going to UCO. Coach Mossman told me that. That's a great fit. He'll be a great player at this.
Well, the way jumper is no good that time by Green. I asked Bob Hoffman about his recruiting class. He said, yeah, we've had a good recruiting class.
Well, he's one of them. I can tell you that. That kid is a player.
Three missed out front by Threadgill, and underneath Shockley is fouled. That's going to go against Antonio Brown. They called on the foul on the shot, so Logan Shockley will go to the free throw line. Let me tell you something. UCO is always going to be in good shape with Bob Hoffman on the sidelines.
Yeah,
Coach Mossman does a terrific job, too.
He does.
They
do a great job of hosting this event, too, man. It's tough to find host sites for events like this, these all-star games, and UCO is taking it in. Coach Hoffman and his staff do a great job of running it, and it's top notch, and they take it serious. And hey, for them, I mean, I think it's smart. You get these kids in here, they see the facilities, they see how much they care about these Oklahoma athletes, and it probably gives them a hand up whenever they're recruiting local kids.
Shockley with 11 points. It never hurts to have this caliber of athlete on your campus, but it is a work day. You don't just roll the balls out and turn the lights on either. Grant Barnard with it out front, doing a lot of dribbling, gets a screen left. Euro steps around Shockley and puts it in.
Speaking of work days, I need to give a shout out to one of the co-owners of Squirtle, Eric Weisgarber, is listening to us. He shot me a text message. They are big Crossings fans, obviously, so they're following along with Furnish and
Crossings College.
Anderson three. And Cam Parker from Crossings.
Rattles off, no good. Follow-away jumper left paint. Brown, good. He's got 9 field goals, does Antonio Brown.
He might be a candidate for our Squirtle player of the game. What do you think?
I've got a couple in mind.
Okay.
Knifing left, Cotton, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. Foul against Hankins is going to be his first.
It's going to be fun to be on the mic with Tom again. Can't even hear me.
He's got earplugs in.
Oh, does he? Probably
free throw back rims. If you were sitting as close to us as he is, you'd have something in your ear too. This is kind of fun. We could just carry on a conversation about him, and he has no clue.
He has no idea. Oh, no, he took him out.
Second free throw is good.
He's listening to the Royals.
The score? Oh, Royals up 1-0. How about that? Follow-away jumper, elbow right, good. Antonio Green. 87-64. KC lost last night to Chicago. Turned it off after the bottom of the 8th debacle. Corbin Gunn drives right into 2 defenders. Misses short, follows his own miss, tips it in. Corbin Gunn has 4 baskets. 7:15 to go in this OBCA Boys All-Star game. Antonio Brown, a deep 3 right wing, misses wide left, ball poked out. Garrett Barnard with the rebound, slides right, knocks down a 3.
Nice shot.
He has 5, and that's his first 3. 90-66. We played 5 minutes here in the fourth period, and gliding to the goal and banking in the runner is Jaleel Cotton.
That's a tough shot there.
Cotton's really slowed his scoring pace as Barnard puts up a 3, and Garrett misses that one for the right quarter. Cotton got off to a hot start. Shockley misses an uncontested layup. Came up short. Rebound to Logan Knoll. He gallops into the front court. Pitches right wing. Antonio Green's 3, no. Grant Barnard down low. 1-on-3. Wins it for the West to retain the possession. To his brother Garrett. Long 3. Barely grazes the front of the rim. Everybody standing around. Rebound poked to Brown. Goes into the paint. Throws it in, but no. Traveled.
I think the Barnard brothers, I believe they're both going to NOC Enid, if I remember correctly.
90-68 with 6:06 to play. Cotton raises for three. Got it right in the face that time of Antonio Brown to the top of the circle. 16 points for Jaleel Cotton. A lot of those, though, came in the first half. It's his first three-pointer since early in the ballgame. Grant Barnard backing down. Spins away from Anderson. Needs some help. Fall away jumper. Skips off, no good. Rebound tipped. Shockley has it to midcourt. Gunn bounces left baseline. They'll feed Cotton. Threadgills gets the assist as Cotton lays it in. Cotton has the last 7 for the East. 17-point game under 5.5 to play.
About to have our line change.
A lot of smiles out there. Guys just out there having fun. Playing as schoolboys, probably for the last time, as Brown slices through the defense for the lay-in. 92-73. Cotton stops, pops for three, misses short. Garrett Barnard with a rebound. Garrett quickly to the front court. Gives it up to Green. Antonio to the goal.
Antonio Green
lays it in. And we'll get the line change as Adam so appropriately describes it with 4:58 to play. This game really got away for the East very, very early in the third period. It was just a 3-point game for the West at halftime. But only 12 East All-Star points in the third 12-minute stanza. And as the West headed to victory, Stevenson pulls it away between the circles. Romanos is out there with him. Now he takes him off the dribble. Demontre, fall-away jumper, rolls home. It was a good-looking shot. He had to put a lot of arch on it over the outstretched arm of Romanos.
Yeah, because Romanos played good defense there. He's right on him.
If he doesn't, Bob Hoffman will tell him about it. Right side, Hankins, jab step, fall-away three, good! And he did it right in the face of Braden George.
That was a tough shot there.
Like Adam Dieselhorst in the black and yellow, or black and orange of Fairview back in the day. Sage to Patton. Dayton swings it over the right side. Demontre Stevenson whips it down low. George wide open, fumbled it, but regathers and scores. He has 7 points. It's a 20-point game with 4:01 to play, and the ball knocked out of bounds.
I got a message from the director of the OBCA for baseball. They are still planning to have the games at the same time, but they may move them up.
Parker, this is a quarter right three. Patton the rebound up ahead to Stevenson right side. Fall-away jumper is short. Rebound, Barnard. Garrett up ahead. And the dunk is missed that time by Tristan Hankins. Ethan Sage with an outlet pass, and it's tipped out of bounds by Cam Parker, and Parker knocked it off of Callens that time to force the turnover. What time are they thinking?
They haven't said. They just said as of right now, the games will be at the same time, but they may move them up.
We're going to have to move them up pretty early. Romanos, Stevenson gambles for the steal, knocks down to three. 100-77. Hope they can get them in.
Too. That's a great event. Great baseball, too. Those games go by quick. They're well played, well pitched.
George driving left against Romanos, and Carter commits the foul and a reach. George is going to go to the free throw line. They do go by quick.
Yeah, they do a good job with that. One thing I will say about all-star games being played earlier in the summer, and Todd, you and I have talked about this a lot, is with kids, most of these kids are signed to play somewhere. Late in the summer, it's tough for them to attend an all-star game. And so I think that Oklahoma, the Coaches Associations, have done a really good job of playing these games fairly early, and you get participation. You get better participation that way.
Braden George knocks down the first free throw. Baseball is one of those that you can't really wait too long.
Yeah, you
because
can't.
kids' arms are not in shape after much of a layoff. Second free throw, no good.
Well, we've called that game for the last 4 years, and outside of the Job kid that is pitching for the Tigers now, I believe. I think he's about the only one that has sat that game out. We've had a lot of major league players and a lot of Division I baseball players. I believe Ethan Holiday is going to be playing in the game tomorrow.
That's really cool. Follow-away jumper, left baseline, no good, Stevenson.
Here we go.
Up ahead, Hankins, and this time he pays it off. Pivoted at the front of the goal and slammed it home, two-handed, 102-78.
That was a good dunk.
Missed the last time. 2.5 to play. George sticks a three that time over Garrett Barnard. That's his second three, and now Braden has 11. 102-81. Wing left, Tristan Hankins. He'll put up a three over Stevenson. Back rims it, Ethan Sage, the rebound. Sage into the front court. Lobs it. Lob offline. Callens couldn't control it. Able to tip it out. Stevenson has it. Penetrates back and back rims the jumper of the paint. Barnard with the rebound. Garrett through defenders. Jump stops left side. Bounces for Romanos. Romanos back out front. Furnish. Bounce past Parker. Cam goes up over Sage. Lay in good. Cam Parker with 8. Those two squared off for the 4A state championship game in Oklahoma City this past March. Good bounce pass. Stevenson dribbles left to right underneath the goal with 1:37 to play. They'll put up a three. Stevenson airballs that one over Cam Parker. Furnish the rebound. Up ahead to Hankins. Wow. Off the glass, and he slams it home himself. How about that for the former Moore Lion? 106-81. Does that count as an assist, too?
I think so.
I think it does, too.
I think it does.
1:05 to play. Good bounce pass to George from Callens, and Braden lays it in.
Well, we're going to have to pick a player of the game. I mean, okay.
One of those two.
Romanos or Tristan Haynes?
Hankins or Brown?
Hankins, yeah.
Bounce pass by Furnish, knocked away. Picked up by DeMontre Stevenson.
Nice.
Lob for Callens, and he couldn't slam it home. He gets his own miss, and then Sage flushes it home.
Becoming a dunk fest.
106-85, 36 seconds to play. Parker left unguarded. Let's fly a three, no good. Weak side, Dayton Patton from Shawnee. Up ahead, right side to Callens from McLeod. Now to Stevenson, wide open. He tried a one-handed, hit the side of the rim. Hankins the rebound to Romanos, saves it in bounds. Back to Hankins. Look at this. Had a dunk and just pulls it out. That is great sportsmanship. Or is it? No. He's going to turn it into a dunk contest. He tried to windmill it. He missed it. Ball still alive. And then Romanos misses the dunk. Everybody's standing around. 5 seconds. Now it's Parker's turn. He missed the dunk. Patton, the rebound to Callens. And he will try to slam it, and he missed it after the horn.
I'm going to say Hankins is the player of the game for the large school game. Do you like
it?
Let's do it. Okay.
He finishes with 12, 18, 24 points. 106-85, the final score.
Stay on.
We're going to take a break and be back on Squirtle.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Buying cattle? Interested in price protection? Sidwell Insurance and Sidwell Strategies have a variety of risk management products to protect your exposure to volatile prices.
Whether it's livestock risk protection or futures and options on the Board of Trade, Sidwell Insurance and Sidwell Strategies are professionally licensed agents with offices in Goltry, Enid, and Piedmont. Protect your livelihood with experienced advisors. Call Bambi at Sidwell Insurance and Brady at Sidwell Strategies at 800-299-2408 or stop by our offices.
That's 800-299-2408 and like our Facebook pages to stay informed.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably? Tri-County Tech is the place. Our award-winning school, powered by OK Career Tech, offers top-notch instructors and job placement support to help you secure your dream job. Join the workforce sooner with our programs, especially in high-demand fields like construction and healthcare. We provide quick and easy in-house financial assistance for most programs. With our new flexible year-round schedule for working adults, you can achieve your goals at your own pace. Classes start soon, so visit tricountytech.edu/adult and start your journey today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome back here courtside to Hamilton Fieldhouse. Game 1 of the triple header of the books. The West beats the East in the 4A, 5A, 6A All-State game. 106-85 the final score. Tristan Hankins for more finished with 24 points. He was our player of the game. Coming up in about 4 minutes, we'll be back with the tip-off of game number 2. It is the 2A and 3A Boys All-Stars. Coming up next, this is OBCA All-Star Basketball presented by Squirtle.tv.